remember what happened and what you were feeling? Did you feel like something, like a serious injury happened, or what was going on there?
Yeah, so it was a play with the quarterback got outside the pocket and doing my responsibility in my hook, and I went down to go get him, and I made like a gator roll tackle, but I didn't finish through all the way, and I felt the pop in my right pec and my shoulder, and I got up. I didn't feel it at first because, drilling it or whatever, but I was planning on going back in, but my trainers told me to come to the tent to see what was wrong with me, and then figure out that I had torn my pec on my right side.
So when you get that news, I mean, how long do you, I guess, kind of just let yourself feel bad for yourself before you're like, I got to attack rehab to come back?
Yeah, it took me a minute to actually, process what happened. That was the first time I ever got like into a serious season-ending injury, and yeah, it kind of shook me up for a little bit. But I realized I couldn't harp on it too much, and I got to get back to work.
Khalil, what does the rehab process look like on a day-to-day basis when you go through that?
Just coming in like twice a day, being able to work on mobility and strengthening exercises to be able to get back right and feel like 100% every day.
At what point did you feel like you were back to normal?
I would say right around January, was able to start doing push-ups one hand again, so that's where I felt good.
Have you felt through fall camp so far, kind of being back in the thick of it, how have things felt for you in this first week?
Yeah, just getting back into actually being able to compete 100%, and being able to be back how I was like in the spring, but obviously like more competition and heat rises, so being able to get back, that was definitely good for me.
So just to be clear, like one-handed push-ups, this is just a regular part of your everyday workout?
Yeah, come on now. Gotta implement that.
Did missing so much time affect your mindset coming into this year?
I would say just a little bit, because I always dreamed of playing in the SEC, so finally getting that shot and then it being taken away from me in an instant, it kind of shook me up a little bit. But now, just look forward and be prepared for what the future has for me, what God is playing for me.
To now come in and, Coach Drink has called you as one of the leaders on this team, on this defense. How does it feel to kind of, after missing that time, come in and be such a voice on this team to start here?
Yeah, it's good to be able to, be able to show the younger guys, what it looks like to be in a Mizzou squad and be able to show them the standard and be able to push these guys each and every single day and, show them what it feels like to win and not to let yourself get inside your head about, quitting or, giving in to what your brain decides is, bad and, just push yourself each and every day.
Khalil, you guys brought in Josiah Troder in the transfer portal this year. What have you seen from him so far? What have you liked?
Oh, that guy, he's a dog, man. He flashes every day. It's kind of hard not to see him because, he's always growling after he makes a play or whatever. So it's kind of weird, but, yeah, he's hungry. He's ready to compete for sure.
Just actually growling.
Yeah, actually you can hear him.
How much of that leadership that you were just talking about has to do with, being more experienced than anybody else here in Coach Batoon's system, and how much can you kind of help teach that to the younger guys especially?
Yeah, I've been with Batoon for basically my whole college career, so knowing the ins and outs of the defense, I feel like I definitely have to step up and teach guys who don't really know the defense, exactly the ins and outs of it, just like I do, so we can all play fast.
You mentioned a change in mindset a little bit after that injury. What do you feel like is the biggest thing you learned maybe about yourself after that?
Just aligning my faith in God and knowing that, He has a plan for me. So I might have got hurt, but I'm still here and I still got one more year to show everybody what I got.
Khalil, back in the spring, Coach Drink said that Nick Rodriguez had the best spring of anyone. What have you seen from him through fall camp so far?
Yeah, he's a very talented guy. He's a very talented guy. He flashes as a real playmaker, and when he feels 100% confident in himself, he's definitely a guy that's going to be able to roam the field and flash and make plays.
Have any of the other
over spring?
Oh yeah, I did.
What did you learn when you spent time in the community apartments? That's actually a trip that I've been on a few times. So
yeah, man. We all should be grateful for what we got, man. Those guys don't really have much. We have water bottles and day-to-day things that we have, and they don't really have much, man. It's crazy to see, and it's a surreal experience to be over there and realize just how good you got it. Sleeping in fans and AC and complaining about being hot. Those guys are hot all the time. They don't really have much, so being able to go over there and see what other people are dealing with just makes you more grateful for what you have.
A lot of the defensive guys have talked about tackling Ahmad Hardy. How would you describe meeting that guy in the hole?
I haven't met him yet, but yeah, he definitely makes the first guy miss. He's good with the those type of things, and I think he's going to be a real contributor this year.
Along with Nick, have any of the other young guys in the room really stood out to you through camp?
I say that whole linebacker group just been flashing, man. Like, it's not just like a certain person that's like, making more plays than others. Like, everybody gets in and, does their deal.
Scrimmage.
You look at the first 6 games being at home as an advantage. Season momentum, and have you guys talked at all about that?
Not really. We just focused on the first game and getting started for Central Arkansas.
Scrimmage yesterday, what stood out to you the most in that scrimmage? Offense or defense, who stood out to you?
Defense, Cameron Keys, might be a little biased. He's from the Panhandle, but he definitely was a guy that was like flashing around the field, making his presence known. And I feel like that guy's got a lot of confidence in himself, and he's ready to put on display.
Thanks, Khalil.
Thank you.
Thanks, Khalil.